Durham was born Judith Mavis Cock on 3 July 1943 in Essendon, Victoria, to William Alexander Cock DFC, a navigator and World War II pathfinder, and his wife, Hazel. From her birth until 1949, she lived on Mount Alexander Road, Essendon, and attended Essendon Primary School. She spent summer holidays at her family's weatherboard house on the west side of Durham Place in Rosebud. Durham at first planned to be a pianist and gained the qualification of Associate in Music, Australia, in classical piano at the University of Melbourne Conservatorium. She had some professional engagements playing piano and also had classical vocal training and performed blues, gospel and jazz pieces. The Seekers consisted of Durham, Athol Guy, Bruce Woodley, and Keith Potger, an ABC radio producer. Through Potger's position, the three were able to make a demo tape in their spare time. This was given to W&G Records, which wanted another sample of Durham's voice before agreeing to record a Jazz Preachers album. W&G instead signed the Seekers for an album, introducing the Seekers, in 1963. Durham, however, recorded two other songs with the Jazz Preachers, Muddy Water and Trombone Frankie. On 12 March 1967, the Seekers set an official all-time Australian record when more than 200,000 people flocked to their performance at the Sydney Myer Music Bowl in Melbourne, Australia. Their TV special The Seekers Down Under scored the biggest TV audience ever, and early in 1968 they were all awarded the nation's top honour as Australians of the Year 1967. On a tour of New Zealand in February 1968, Durham advised the group that she was leaving the Seekers and subsequently left in July 1968. Durham returned to Australia in August 1968, and her first solo television special, An Evening with Judith Durham, screened on the Nine Network in September. During her solo career, she released albums titled For Christmas with Love, Gift of Song and Climb Every Mountain. In 1970, she made the television special Meet Judith Durham in London, ending with her rendition of When You Come to the End of a Perfect Day by Carrie Jacobs Bond. On 21 November 1969, Durham married her musical director, British pianist Ron Edgeworth, at Scott's Church in Melbourne. They lived in the UK and Switzerland until the mid-1980s when they bought property in Nambour, Queensland. In 1990, Durham, Edgeworth and their tour manager, Peter Summers, were involved in a car accident on the Calder Freeway. The driver of the other car died at the scene and Durham sustained a fractured wrist and leg. The response from her fans made Durham consider getting back together with the other members of the Seekers for a Silver Jubilee show. During this reunion, Edgeworth was diagnosed with motor neurone disease. He died on 10 December 1994 with Durham by his side. In the late 1990s, Durham was stalked by a former president of a Judith Durham fan club, a woman who sent her dozens of doormats through the post. The woman was subsequently prosecuted, and was later imprisoned for other serial crimes. In May 2013, during the Seekers' Golden Jubilee Tour, Durham suffered a stroke that diminished her ability to read and write, both visual language and musical scores. During her convalescence, she made progress to rebuild those skills. Her singing ability was not affected by the stroke. Durham died following a battle with chronic lung disease at the Alfred Hospital in Melbourne on 5 August 2022, aged 79.